Its mission is making systematic policy-level interventions to nurture and produce socially and economically viable innovative startups which can contribute to nation building and economy by enabling various associated ecosystems through meaningful policies, programs, and outreach activities related to incubation, mentoring, funding, investment by creating new business opportunities. Can I have a huge round of applause for the initiatives iHub UP is taking? जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं, जोरदार हो सकती हैं. And ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'll be calling our first speaker who will be giving us some insights about Innovation Hub. Support to incubators, support to startups, and developing innovation ecosystem. This is presented to you, the first speech is presented to you by Mr. 𝐒𝐬𝐿 Singh, Head Innovation Hub UP. He possesses 15 years of experience in academic institutions fostering innovation. Mr. Singh is a BTech in mechanical, MTech in design, and pursuing PhD in optimization. He has filed 15 patents and has been to NASA twice for his innovative project. Wow. He has previously served as incubation coordinator and has been instrumental in developing the e-cells and has been a grant generator for incubation centers. He has been leading key initiatives like working on innovative ideas, POC development, IPR testing, and startups development, and he has been skilled in robotics, electromobility, automobile, and aero modeling. So can I have a huge, huge round of applause for the Head Innovation Hub? Yes, Mr. 𝐒𝐬𝐿 Singh. Zordar taliyan ho jaye because we're so looking forward to this one.
On the dais, off the dais, startups. आप सबको मेरा नमस्ते. I'm privileged to be the part of this knowledge session today. And within 20 minutes, I'll be speaking what exactly Innovation Hub is, what are the initiatives of Innovation Hub, and what are the impact for $1 trillion economy of UP. This is the second biggest show of UP after GIS, Global Investor Summit, in 2023 in month of February, where UP got intent of around more than 35 lakh CR funding, investment. And I believe this trade show would also bring some landmark at the end of the event. So one common point in both the shows, if I talk about the GIS, Global Investor Summit, if I talk about the International Trade Show, one common point of attraction is the innovation and the startup. There also we provided a chance opportunity for the startups to showcase their ideas. And here also we are coming up with 35 prominent startups from the UP. We have nominated more than 300 startups, and out of 300, we selected 35 startups to showcase their products, showcase their services in front of the traders, in front of the investors. Not only me, not only we, but government also believes that a startup can be the game changer for UP itself. In order to contribute in $1 trillion economy. And for that purpose, we need to create good ecosystem, viable ecosystem for the startups. We need to create incubation centers. At least every institution should have one incubation center. We are also working, Innovation Hub, entire Innovation Hub is working for that. One district, one incubation center. One institute, one incubation center. To foster the culture of innovation, which is one of the mandate of Innovation Hub, is very important. When it comes to the students, when it comes to the institutions, there is no university bigger than the 𝐒𝐸𝐴. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, which is in Lucknow, established way back in year 2000, is having more than 756 institutions affiliated with it. 15 government colleges are affiliated with 𝐒𝐸𝐴. And around 250,000 students are pursuing their degree, different degrees, bachelor's, master's, doctorate degree. It is also formerly known as UPTU, Uttar Pradesh Technical University. Then in 2010, it was MMTU. Then 2013, it was 𝐒𝐸𝐴. Its biggest affiliating university in India. This entire show is being run in the leadership of Professor J.P. Pandey, who is the Honorable Vice Chancellor of 𝐒𝐸𝐴. And we are lucky to have our respected Principal Secretary, Department of Technical Education. He's roaming around on the downstairs with the startups. He'll be joining us soon. And of course, in the guidance of Dr. Anuj Kumar Sharma, who is the Associate Dean, Innovation and Social Entrepreneurship, UP. Our two energetic managers, talented managers, Ms. Vandana Sharma, she's Manager Innovation Hub. Mr. Ritesh Saxena, he's also sitting here. He's also Manager Innovation Hub. And entire 15 government institutions, incubations managers are either present here or about to come. We are presenting ourselves in hall number 5. We have our exhibition area over there. Again, we are showing the strength of the innovation and startups by giving the chance to 30 startups, as I have already told. So I request everyone to come over there and visit our stall. Telling about the Innovation Hub. Innovation Hub is the initiative of Government of Uttar Pradesh and established at Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow in 2022. We work on a hub and spoke model. So this is how we are contributing in the $1 trillion economy. The locations are showing our 15 government institutions. Since we have a very small core team, just of 3 members, so primarily we had taken responsibility to handhold our 15 government colleges. With a vision and mission, we work on a hub and spoke model, as I have already told. All the satellite incubation centers across the UP, we help them in the policy making, help them in the infrastructure development, help them in the capacity building programs for the incubation managers, provide the incubation managers for them and supporting staff. How to select good startups and how to support the startups, how to get the investment done. We teach them, we train them with the objective of contribution to the $1 trillion economy, and of course, strengthen the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal 9, which is all about the innovations. We are working. And working on the innovation will certainly uplift the innovation ranking of UP, where we are lacking. We are trying to map all the incubation centers across the UP in order to avail different facilities at different centers. So this is some data. This is some proud data. If I talk holistically about Uttar Pradesh ecosystem, 42 incubation centers has been approved by the government of UP. And altogether, we have around 1,500, more than 1,500 startups onboarded in different centers. 3 COEs has been established in Kanpur, Lucknow, and Noida. And if I talk about the 15 government colleges only, 22.64 CR has been disbursed by the university, by the 𝐒𝐸𝐞𝐢, to establish the incubation center in 15 different colleges. And there is a proud data in the government institutions that we have more than 330 startups onboarded there. Out of these 330, around 100 startups are on commercialization phase. Around 100 patents has been filed so far. I'm just talking about the government institutions. Around 800 jobs has been generated by these 15 institutions. During the Global Investor Summit, we had intent of 1,400 CR from different investors, and this investment is dedicated for the startups, to invest in the startups, and they are doing this. So once again, I request everyone, if you have a good startup, investable startup, you can connect them with us. We have 20 collaborations. In 𝐒𝐸𝐞𝐢 itself, we have AICT Idea Lab. Idea Lab is all about making the prototype based on the ideas. We have Advanced Fabrication Lab also, which is very helpful again in the making the designing the prototype for the students and the startups. So let me talk about Innovation Hub new initiatives. As I have already told that we have established Idea Lab, AICT Idea Lab, and Advanced Fabrication Lab. And this lab is not only for the 𝐒𝐸𝐢 candidates, this is open for the entire UP. Anyone can come here and avail the facilities of the labs. Not only this, we have very advanced 15 different labs at 𝐒𝐸𝐢 for different thrust areas, startups like automation, robotics, Google Coding Lab, cyber simulation, cyber security, additive manufacturing, laser, sensor lab, very advanced server, a big server we have. So all the labs which are essential to work on the prototype we have. And this entire facility is free of cost for the startups. We organize the capacity building programs for the managers periodically. So many programs we have already organized. And again, I'm telling this is not only for the 15 institutions. This is open for everyone. University has created Innovation Startup Support Fund, a small fund of 50 lakh rupees, but this is confined to the government institutions so far. Very soon it will be open for everyone with a big funding. And as I've already told that we have created an investment of 1,400 CR during Global Investor Summit. ODOP is one of the very prominent hackathon organized by Innovation Hub, 𝐒𝐸𝐢. Couple of hackathons we have already done, one district, one product, for Ghaziabad and for Lucknow. And for 5 prominent districts, we are going to organize this hackathon in association with MSME. And those districts are Mathura, Prayagraj, Kanpur, Varanasi. So this is all about, problem statement is being given by the industries, what they face during production of the ODOP, one district, one products. It may be a difficulty in the product making, it may be some difficulty in the packaging or anything. So based on this problem statement, our student give the solution. And our team evaluate the startups in order to get the grant from government of UP. So our a couple of team members would be telling about different grants from the government of UP, and on the investment part also, they'll be covering. These are a few glimpses. One district, one incubation center. We have already started doing this initiative, although this is the initiative of government of UP. So, in the previous month, we had a program where we invited our principal secretary, sir, and 15 nearby districts who are not having the incubation centers yet. And we have started doing the work in order to establish the incubation centers, because altogether we have to make a good ecosystem for the startups. One of the initiatives we have taken is B2G Meet. It's quite difficult. Current situation is, it's quite difficult to get business from the government side for the startups. A lot of compliances are there, a lot of formalities are there. A background is needed to get any business from the government side. Tendering is a tedious process. But by organizing such type of meetings, we are making this entire process quite easy. With the Department of IT and Electronics, with the Department of Smart Cities, we continuously organize the programs. We invite the bureaucrats from different organizations, from different ministries, and we also invite the relevant startups for the meeting purpose. So these are a few glimpses of the B2G Meet initiated by Innovation Hub. And also our entire team, along with the 15 incubation managers, we have visited Gujarat. 6 different places we have visited in the concerned areas. And we found that they have a very good policy, and their system is quite vibrant for the startups and incubation centers. So we are trying to bring those policies, we are trying to bring those cultures here in UP itself. It may take some time, but yes, slowly we are doing this. Startup Samvad, one of our flagship event, which is all about, again, inviting the startups, top startups from the UP, to showcase their products, showcase their services. So first Samvad was in month of June 2022, and second will be probably in the month of December. We are planning. So theme of the next Startup Samvad is investment. So we are going to organize a big program where we are going to invite the top investors from India and investable startups from UP. So these are a few glimpses. These are glimpses of Global Investor Summit 2023. Where we showcased our startups, and Honorable Chief Ministers have come twice there. And this is the glimpse of logo launch. Respected Chief Secretary sir came, and in his gracious presence, we completed this. These are the glimpses of manager capacity building training programs, which was on November 30 to December 3. So again, we invited then Principal Secretary Technical Education, MDUP, then MDUPLC, and other bureaucrats. For the pharmacy, we organized the pharmapreneurs in order to get the good ideas to create a startup in the area of pharma. Then a few glimpses are of the Ghaziabad ODOP, then World IPR Day and other events. So this is the list of the events we have done so far. I mean, list of the prominent events. Although we have done more than 100 events, but around 40 events are having a good impact. One of them is गाय आधारित उन्नति गौ. गौ is all about the identifies the cow for गौशाला. मतलब बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण सॉफ्टवेयर है जिसके थ्रू हम cows को आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. Like we have आधार कार्ड to identify the cows. So गौशाला के लिए या गौशाला में डोनेट करने वालों के लिए ये बहुत यूजफुल ऐप है. We completed this in association with Indian Biogas Association as well as IIM Ahmedabad. And how to make hydrogen from the गौमूत्र. उसकी मशीन का भी लॉन्च इसमें हुआ था. So this is the list. If I talk about the Innovation Hub future plans, one district, one incubation center we are doing. We are in process of the establishment of a state patent center where the innovator would get the facility of the patent not on reimbursed mode, because most of the organizations are giving this facility on the reimbursed mode. But we have onboarded so many patent attorneys based on their different thrust areas. So altogether what we need, the innovator should come and according to the patent thrust area, he or she has to select the patent attorney. And the entire expense would be taken care by Innovation Hub 𝐒𝐸𝐴. So again, this is not on the reimbursed mode. Then visit to the T-Hub Hyderabad and I-Hub Gujarat. We are going to adopt the best practices from there. And also we are going to establish the innovation gallery at Innovation Hub 𝐒𝐸𝐴. So it would be a permanent showcasing for the startups in the area of 𝐒𝐸𝐴. So startups would be replacing their products based on the updates, and entire information would be there. So if any visitor is coming there, because I mean Innovation Hub, a lot of visitors usually come to visit. So it would be a good chance to get the business. One of the very interesting program is the Super 30. Super 30 आनंद जी वाला जो IIT JEE के लिए था, based on that theme, we are organizing the Super 30 Entrepreneur Program in association with 𝐶𝐸𝐵, where we will be selecting the 30 potential candidates, not startups, candidates, and we will train them for 1 year how to start venture based on the innovative idea. We will train them for, based on this theme, and all the facilities would be given them as the startups need. All the funding would be taken care by the 𝐶𝐸𝐵. And we are expecting at the end of 2 years, they would be on the way to be, I would not say unicorn, but yes, unicorn or minicorn, तो बन ही जाएंगे वो. तो ये एक नया प्रोग्राम है जो हम लोग शुरू करना चाह रहे हैं. बहुत जल्दी इसको इनिशिएट करेंगे. We are organizing hackathon on lighting and thunderstorm, which is one of the major problem of the UP. So this is directly supervised by the Honorable Chief Minister, sir. He has given instruction to Relief Commissioner and to 𝐒𝐸𝐴 Innovation Hub to organize this hackathon. वो areas जहाँ पे कि lightning और thunderstorm, बिजली जहाँ पे गिरने की समस्या बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, उसके लिए हम एक hackathon करवा रहे हैं, national level hackathon. So problem statement is कि क्या हम गाइड करके lightning को किसी एक जगह पे डंप कर सकते हैं? That is number 1. Number 2, can we nullify the lightning in between among the clouds? बादलों में उसको खत्म कर दें. Number 3, precise information हमें मिल जाए कि इस जगह पे बिजली गिरने वाली है. And number 4, somehow if we could harness that enormous energy, So these 4 problem statement has been circulated, and we have got a lot of entries, and very soon we will organize the final. Along with this, we are organizing hackathon for the election commission, state election commission. So we will circulate this information very soon. And organizing climate change hackathon. We have few partnership with PayU, Paytm, WinStudio, MSME, ODOP, Wadhwani Foundation, Marwari Catalyst, IDFC First Bank, Bank of Baroda, Terry, Head Start, Yes Bank, EDII, TIE Lucknow, and few investors. Those are Venture Catalyst, Indian Angel Investor Network, Agility Venture, Meet Venture, and so on. So thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask. And further investment part and funding part will be taken care of Ms. Vandana Sharma and 𝐒𝐸𝐥 Saxena. Yeah, please. Oh, Mike.
So I really apologize. Can we take the questions offline because we are running short of time? So I'd request, if that's okay. Thank you. Really appreciate it. We have another speaker who's waiting. So ladies and gentlemen, the next session, the next note is about the UP Startup Policy 2020. And this would be presented to you by Mr. 𝐒𝐸𝐥 𝐋𝐢𝐬𝐢, Manager, Innovation Hub. He would be throwing some light on the grant for incubators, grant for startups. Mr. 𝐒𝐸𝐥 𝐋𝐢𝐬𝐢 having 20 years of experience in India and international markets. And for the last 6 years, he has been leading UP's startup ecosystem development drive. He has managed both the edition of the UP Startup Conclave. Besides this, he put in instrumental efforts in getting the first ever startup policy for Uttar Pradesh. Can I have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Please, taaliyan zordar baja dijiyega for Mr. 𝐒𝐸𝐥 𝐋𝐢𝐬𝐢.
Hi, good morning, everyone. This is 𝐒𝐸𝐥 𝐋𝐢𝐬𝐢, Manager, Innovation Hub, Uttar Pradesh, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University. So, यहाँ पे बैठे सभी श्रोताओं का मैं हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूँ, नमन करता हूँ कि आप सब लोग यहाँ पे उपस्थित हुए हैं और मैं आप सबके बीच सम्मुख यहाँ उपस्थित हूँ ताकि मैं आपको अपनी स्टार्टअप पॉलिसी के बारे में कुछ जानकारियाँ दे सकूँ। तो ये बताना चाहूँगा कि हमारा उत्तर प्रदेश में जो स्टार्टअप पॉलिसी आई है वो 2020 की अभी लागू है और इसमें अमेंडमेंट्स हुए हैं अभी पिछले साल 2022 में। तो इसमें हमने कुछ नए प्रावधान किए हैं जिससे कि ये और अच्छे रूप को ले जा सके और इससे स्टार्टअप्स की महत्वाकांक्षाएं जो हैं वो काफ़ी हद तक पूरी हो सकें। तो पहले थोड़ा सा मैं इसके बारे में भी आपको परिप्रेक्ष्य दे देता हूँ कि स्टार्टअप इंडिया एक महत्वाकांक्षी योजना थी जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 2016 में शुरू करी थी और इस योजना के तहत हर स्टेट में एक स्टार्टअप नोडल एजेंसी इस्टेब्लिश करी गई जिसका काम था कि अपने प्रदेश में एक स्टार्टअप कल्चर को विकसित करना और विकसित करने के लिए एक पॉलिसी फ्रेमवर्क गाइडलाइन की ज़रूरत थी जिसको कि इस्टेब्लिश किया यहाँ उत्तर प्रदेश में 2016 में और उसके बाद नए नए प्रावधान और नए नए रूप उसके बदले और अब जाके उसमें एक कॉन्क्रीट शेप ले लिया है। तो ये पॉलिसी जो है डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ आईटी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के तहत रन होती है उत्तर प्रदेश में और इसमें अब स्टार्ट इन यूपी के नाम से एक प्रोग्राम इनिशिएट किया गया है जो कि ये प्रोग्राम पूरे प्रदेश में लागू हो रहा है। अब आता है रोल इनोवेशन हब का कि इनोवेशन हब क्या कर रहा है। तो इनोवेशन हब के बारे में श्री महीप सिंह जी ने अभी आपको विस्तृत जानकारी दी कि वो बहुत सारी योजनाएं, परियोजनाएं लेके आए हैं जिनका दूरगामी एक प्रभाव दिखेगा अभी आप लोगों को, और हम लोग ने कुछ शुरुआत करी है। तो अभी तक एक स्टार्टअप कल्चर विकसित करने की बहुत ज़रूरत थी। अभी इसमें हम लोग का योगदान इनोवेशन पे भी है, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को बढ़ावा देने के लिए इसमें हम लोग एकेडमिया का सपोर्ट ले रहे हैं और इंडस्ट्री का भी सपोर्ट ले रहे हैं। तो इंक्यूबेशन कल्चर एक बच्चे को या एक स्टूडेंट को, एक यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर को, यंग माइंड को क्या चाहिए, उसके पास कोई आइडिया हो तो वो कहाँ जाए, तो वो एक इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर एक ऐसी जगह होती है जहाँ पे वो अपनी बात रख सकता है और उसको वहाँ से वो जानकारी मिल सकती है कि वो मार्केटिंग, ब्रांडिंग, अपना फाइनेंशियल कैसे मैनेज करे। तो वो एक इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर जो स्थापित करने की जिम्मेदारी है वो हमको मिली है, और इस तरह से हम लोगों को माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के आदेश अनुसार प्रदेश में 100 इंक्यूबेटर्स डेवलप करने हैं, उसमें से 62 अभी तक डेवलप हो चुके हैं। तो अब मैं आता हूं कि पॉलिसी के हमारे क्या लक्ष्य हैं। तो इनमें से हमारा सबसे पहला लक्ष्य है कि हमें भारत के प्रथम 3 श्रेणी में होना चाहिए जो कि स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम में अग्रणी राज्य हों। जैसा मैंने अभी आपको बताया कि हम लोग 100 इंक्यूबेटर इस्टेब्लिश करना चाह रहे हैं, तो इसमें मिनिमम एक हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में होना चाहिए ताकि किसी भी उद्यमी को दूसरे शहर में ना जाके अपने ही शहर में एक लोकल इकोसिस्टम क्रिएट करने में मदद मिले। इसी के अलावा जब ये सारा सिस्टम बन जाएगा, एक जुड़ जाएगा, तो हम लोग उम्मीद करते हैं कि अगले 1 वर्ष में लगभग 10 लाख स्क्वायर फीट इंक्यूबेशन स्पेस हम उत्तर प्रदेश में सृजित कर पाएंगे। इसके अलावा अभी आपको जान के ये खुशी होगी कि हमारे प्रदेश में 10,000 एक्टिव DPIIT रजिस्टर्ड स्टार्टअप्स मौजूद हैं, जो कि उनमें से बहुत सारे आपको नीचे प्रथम तल पे देखने को मिलेंगे। इसके अलावा प्रदेश सरकार 3 सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस इस्टेब्लिश कर चुकी है और इसमें से अभी 5 नए किए जाने बाकी हैं जिनकी घोषणा बहुत जल्द होगी। और माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के आदेशानुसार लखनऊ में पूरे भारत का सबसे बड़ा इंक्यूबेटर भी इस्टेब्लिश होना है। तो अब यहाँ पे जो इंक्यूबेटर्स हैं मैं उनको थोड़ा सा जानकारी दे दूं, या जो अपना नया इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर डेवलप करना चाहते हैं, तो अगर आप प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशन हैं, प्राइवेट एकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशन हैं, तो आपको 1 करोड़ से 1.25 करोड़ तक की ग्रांट अनुदान उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार देती है कि आप अपना इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर बना सकते हैं। इसी के अलावा अगर आप सरकारी क्षेत्र में हैं तो और आप अपना इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर बनाना चाहते हैं, तो उसके लिए वार्षिक आपको 30 लाख रुपए मिलते हैं और ये 5 साल में लगभग 1.5 करोड़ रुपए आपको ऑपरेशंस मैनेज करने के लिए मिलते हैं। यही प्रावधान आपके प्राइवेट इंक्यूबेटर्स। तो सबसे पहले एक सेक्शन 8 कंपनी होना आपका बहुत ज़रूरी है ताकि उस इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर के ऑपरेशंस को आप अलग से आइडेंटिफाई कर सकें और मैनेज कर सकें। इसमें 10,000 स्क्वायर फीट जो है एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूट्स में होना चाहिए और 5,000 करीब प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में होना चाहिए। इसी के लिए आपकी डेडिकेटेड इंक्यूबेशन टीम होनी चाहिए जिसमें कि 2 टीम मेंबर्स आप और रख सकते हैं एक मैनेजर के अलावा। इसमें कोवर्किंग स्पेस होनी चाहिए। आप सभी बहुत फैमिलियर होंगे, यहाँ पे कोवर्किंग स्पेसेस नोएडा, गाज़ियाबाद, NCR में ये बहुत प्रचलन में है और इसमें 100 स्क्वायर फीट के हिसाब से आपको 10 कोवर्किंग स्पेसेस, मीटिंग रूम्स, कॉन्फ्रेंस रूम, कैफेटेरिया, रिफ्रेशमेंट एरिया, जोन्स बनाने होते हैं। तो ये प्रावधान आपके पास हो तो आप स्टार्ट इन यूपी पोर्टल पे अपने ये एप्लीकेशन रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं। अब मैं आता हूँ कि स्टार्टअप्स को क्या अनुदान या ग्रांट्स मिलती हैं। ये लोन नहीं है, ये ग्रांट्स हैं। ये आपको सहायता राशि के रूप में मिलती है उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार की तरफ से। इसमें कि सस्टेनेंस अलाउंस ये स्टूडेंट लेवल पे दिया जाता है 17,500, यानी आइडिएशन लेवल पे दिया जाता है, जो कि आपको क्वार्टरली बेसिस पे मिलता है और 1 साल तक मिलता है। इसी के लिए इसके बाद नेक्स्ट है कि आपके पास आइडिया आया तो आपने आइडिया पे काम कर लिया 1 साल, सपोज अ स्टूडेंट is working on that stage. Then next is the prototype development grant, which is up to 5 lakhs, and this is new addition into the startup policy. Then comes the marketing assistance grant, which is of 7.5 lakhs, and in cases where the founders are women, transgender, or based in Bundelkhand and Purvanchal regions, do get this assistance 50% more. So what is a women co-founder bracket in terms of equity that she must possess to avail this grant is more than 26% of shares in the company are required. Then comes the, for participation in national level events, it is 50,000 reimbursements you can avail across the country. अगर आप एक स्टार्टअप हैं और आप किसी विदेश में इवेंट में जाना चाहते हैं तो आपको 1 लाख तक की उसमें भी सहायता राशि रिम्बर्समेंट के तौर पे मिलती है, और 2 लाख तक की आपको नेशनल लेवल पे पेटेंट की फीस का रिम्बर्समेंट है। 10 लाख तक का पेटेंट पे रिम्बर्समेंट का इंटरनेशनल पे रिम्बर्समेंट है। तो मैं थोड़ा सा और क्विकली आपको बताता हूँ कि स्टार्ट इन यूपी प्लेटफॉर्म जो है ये सारे स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम स्टेक होल्डर्स को कनेक्ट करता है। यहाँ पे आप अपनी एप्लीकेशंस भी सबमिट कर सकते हैं, आपको ग्रांट्स की स्टेटस और ये सारी जानकारी मिलती है। तो इसी क्रम में इनोवेशन हब का भी यहाँ पे जुड़ाव हुआ इस पोर्टल के साथ, और हमारे थ्रू काफ़ी सिस्टमिक चेंजेस हम लोग लेके आए हैं, पॉलिसी इंटरवेंशंस कर रहे हैं, और आगे चल के हम युवा हब का भी इसके साथ इंटीग्रेशन करेंगे, जिसमें कि हर एक ज़िले में एक नोडल अधिकारी नामित किया जाएगा प्रदेश सरकार की तरफ से, जो कि इन सारी योजनाओं के प्रचार प्रसार और उनके जुड़ाव के लिए काम करेंगे। इसी के तहत ओडीओपी इंक्यूबेटर ओडीओपी के जो पॉलिसी है और उसका भी हम इंटीग्रेशन कर रहे हैं। जैसा कि महीप सिंह जी ने बताया कि हम लोग इसमें अभी 2 शहरों में लखनऊ गाज़ियाबाद में कर चुके हैं हैकेथॉन, अब हम अगले 5 शहरों में करने जा रहे हैं। और नेक्स्ट बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है कि प्रेफरेंस टू स्टार्टअप्स इन पब्लिक प्रोक्योरमेंट। सो वी हैव नोटिस दैट many of these startups have unique selling propositions which they want to get the procurement done through the government, and for that the Startup India guidelines have given the relaxation in public procurement, like relaxation in EMD submissions, prior experience, prior turnover. So all these have been abolished, but there is still a need for a figure like 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs that could be given to the relaxed as startups. और अगले कुछ समय में आप देखेंगे कि हम उत्तर प्रदेश में एक अपरेट रैंकिंग लाएंगे जो कि इंक्यूबेटर्स और स्टार्टअप्स के लिए होगी, जिसमें कि हम अग्रणी इंक्यूबेटर्स और स्टार्टअप्स को चिन्हित करके उनको हम लोग आगे उनको बढ़ावा दे सकते हैं और उनको हम ब्रांड एम्बेसडर्स के रूप में भी ले जा सकते हैं। अब यहाँ पे कुछ हम एकेडमिक लेवल पे बात करते हैं, तो एकेडमिया की क्या जिम्मेदारी बनती है। तो एकेडमिक इंटरवेंशंस के थ्रू हम लोग इनोवेशन कल्चर को बहुत आसानी से स्प्रेड कर सकते हैं, एंड इट हैज़ बीन एक्चुअली इन दी प्रैक्टिस। बट नाउ व्हाट्स हैपनिंग कि अब आप उन इनोवेशंस को ना ही सिर्फ पेटेंट करा के अपने तक रखते हैं, बट ये उनकी कमर्शलाइजेशन पे भी फोकस करते हैं कि वो एक स्टार्टअप के रूप में विकसित हो और खड़ा हो। अब यूनिवर्सिटीज़ और कॉलेजेस और इंस्टीट्यूशंस एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और इनोवेशन पे बहुत फोकस कर रहे हैं। आपने देखा होगा बहुत सारी रेटिंग्स आ गई हैं नैक और इस तरह की, जिसमें कि इन सब का डेटा मांगा जाता है। तो अब इंस्टीट्यूशंस उन पे बहुत फोकस कर रहे हैं और कोर्सेज भी इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं। इसी तरह से स्कूल में भी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम्स का इनिशिएटिव शुरू हुआ है, और फैकल्टी के डेवलपमेंट के लिए भी उनकी ट्रेनिंग्स की शुरुआत हो गई है। इस पॉलिसी में एक बहुत ख़ास बात है जो यहाँ पे बैठे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बहुत अहम है कि वो अपने पढ़ाई के दौरान 1 साल का गैप ईयर ले सकते हैं। वो गैप ईयर अपने स्टार्टअप को विकसित करने, उसके आइडिएशन पे काम करने के लिए लिया जा सकता है। इसी तरह से कॉलेजेस और स्कूल्स में भी ई सेल्स डेवलप किए जा रहे हैं, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सेल्स, जिनका काम होता है और जिनको मैनेज स्वयं स्टूडेंट्स ही करते हैं, और उनको एक टीम लीड मिलते हैं जो कि उनके प्रोफेसर इंचार्ज हो सकते हैं या उनके मैथ्स बायोलॉजी के टीचर्स भी हो सकते हैं। तो फंडिंग दी स्टार्टअप्स, तो स्टार्ट यूपी प्लेटफॉर्म पे आपको ये विस्तृत जानकारी मिलती है कि ग्रांट्स के बारे में आपको सिस्टम पता चल जाता है। इसी तरह से माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने 2020 में सिडबी के साथ 1000 करोड़ का एक MOU एक्सचेंज किया था, जिसके फलस्वरूप अब वो फंड लिक्विडेशन स्टेज में आ रहा है। डॉटर फंड्स क्रिएट हो रही हैं, ऑल्टरनेट इन्वेस्टमेंट फंड्स इस्टेब्लिश हो रहे हैं, और उनका अब इस्तेमाल जो है वो स्टार्टअप में इक्विटी डाइल्यूशन से लेके इक्विटी इन्वेस्टमेंट के माध्यम से होता रहेगा। इसी तरह से काफ़ी बैंक्स और फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस भी हेल्प आउट कर रहे हैं। दे आर कमिंग अप विद देयर ओन programs and policies and initiatives for the startups to foster the investment culture in the state. Besides that, around 400 crores of innovation fund was also introduced, and this is soon going to be executed by the Department of Technical Education, Government of Uttar Pradesh. And the angel investment has been a backbone in for the system, and recently UP Angel Network has been constituted, and it is spreading its wing through HNIs and angel investors. So that will replicate the funding in the next few months and coming years. So this is all the information that I had, and to take this funding to the startups initiative, Ms. Vandana Sharma would be taking the next session. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Saxena. Our next speaker note is on some very interesting topics: bootstrap, pre-seed funding, seed funding, angel funding, venture capital funding, and Series ABC. And we have Ms. Vandana Sharma ji, Manager, Innovation Hub, UP, who is going to be presenting this. Ms. Sharma is a Manager, Innovation Hub, and she's on a mission of building a strong entrepreneurial ecosystem in Uttar Pradesh. She's a certified entrepreneurship educator from Wadhwani Global Foundation and impaneled as a Startup India mentor, and she's also a design thinking mentor at Shri Shiksha. Can I have a huge round of applause for Vandana Sharma ji?
Thank you so much, Jazz. Thank you so much, everyone. So first, I would like to connect whatever my colleagues have told you about what Innovation Hub is doing and what grants are available for UP startups. Then I led that to the investment, because investment, mentoring, networking, these all are the supports which are needed by the startups. And the purpose of establishing Innovation Hub Uttar Pradesh is to foster the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship across Uttar Pradesh. So we just do not focus on startups or a commercialized startup. We focus on the startups who are at ideation stage, grassroots innovators, because if we talk about spreading the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship, it covers everything. That is, if any startup is coming with an idea, that startup should be nurtured in the environment that they should lead to the commercialization stage, and investment plays a very important role in that. Because whenever we hear to the stories or whenever any startup reach out to us, they always have one thing in their mind, that is, ma'am, we do not have funding. Even the mature startup raise these questions that they are having a crunch of fund to grow their startup. So the grant part is already covered by Mr. Ritesh Saxena, and he told you about what UP government is providing a grant. But if we talk about the grants, grant is something which can provide you an initial support. That is a support at an initial stage. When we want to grow and why investment is important, that's really a very important thing. It is a myth around that raising investment dilutes the equity. That's true, it dilutes the equity, but it brings lot of potential investors onward, which brings not only money, it brings their experience, it brings their network, which led a 10x, 20x growth to the startup in a very short span of time. So I'll just take you through, because we are running short of time, so it's told to me. So I'll just take you through a very important concept of investment, and this is useful for the students who want to start their business or the startups who have already started their business. Since Innovation Hub have established a 1400 CR of investment fund, so we have an intent of around 15-20 investment companies, and they have shown an intent that they want to invest this 1400 CR into the startups which are established in Uttar Pradesh. It means this fund is for the UP-based startup. We have started this process of evaluating the startups, and due diligence is going on. So few of the startups are at the verge where they'll be getting an investment soon. I'll request to please showcase my slides, so I'll take through the slides also. So point is, if we talk about the funding, so there are various sources of funding. The first part is, can someone please play the slides?
Yes, slides chila dijiyega, please.
Same presentation, yeah, next, yeah, sure, thank you. So why funding is required? So funding is basically required. It's very important if you're raising a funding. It's important to understand why you need that funding, because this is there in the instinct that if we are doing a business, हमको सबसे पहले पैसा चाहिए. But वो पैसा क्यों चाहिए is really very important. And when you pitch your when you pitch your proposal, when you pitch your startup to any of the investor, they need a clear-cut plan. This is our observation that startups are having a wonderful products, very innovative products, very potential products, but just because of the lack of the plan where this investment needs to be done, they are not getting the investment, they are unable to raise the funding. So it's very important to understand where you really want to invest this money and what is your plan of making the investment. So there are few points I'll just take you through in a while, that is prototype creation. So prototype is basically when you have a running model of any of your business or a product का जो एक testing phase होता है कि ये ऐसा हमारा product दिखेगा, that is basically a prototype creation. In a prototype creation, in an ideation stage, there is very less funding, उसको हम bootstrap बोलते हैं, that I'll tell you later. नेक्स्ट, अगर आप प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट के लिए लेना चाहते हैं या आप टीम हायर करने के लिए लेना चाहते हैं, वर्किंग कैपिटल के लिए, वर्किंग कैपिटल इज बेसिकली अगर आप अपनी लाइबिलिटीज को कम अक्रॉस करना चाहते हैं एंड यू वांट टू गिव अ इक्विटी और वांट टू डाइल्यूट अ इक्विटी to these investors, then in that case you will require this funding and to establish your startup. So that is what. Now I'll not explain this, it is just for the information. This is, I'll just JQ3 for a while. That is equity financing. So equity financing is basically when you dilute your equity, when you raise funding and you dilute your equity. So equity funding, equity financing is basically जब आप investment raise करते हैं, किसी भी investor के सामने आप pitch करते हैं और आप investment raise करते हैं और आप 2%, 3%, 5% equity अपनी dilute करते हैं, उसको equity financing बोलते हैं. इसका major concept बहुत simple है. आपको ये पैसा वापस नहीं करना है, आपको अपनी कंपनी में से शेयर देना है उस इन्वेस्टर को. सो दैट इज इक्विटी फाइनेंसिंग. यू हैव टू डाइल्यूट योर इक्विटी. इसमें इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट नहीं है. ये इन्वेस्टर के लिए इसलिए फायदेमंद होता है. दिस इज सो मच बेनिफिशियल फॉर द इन्वेस्टमेंट बिकॉज दे मेक a good return on this particular investment, and on startups investors are actually making very good money. So the best part for the startup, आपको ये पैसा वापस नहीं करना है. And the another best part for the startup is it brings lot of expertise of the investor onboarded with these startups. That is their experience, their network is also come across with this money. Next is debt financing. So debt financing is basically a sort of loan. इसमें आपको interest pay करना होता है. तो ये loan का type होता है जिसमें आप अपना interest भी pay करते हैं और ये आपको पैसा return करना है. And grants, since sir have already told you about grants, so I'll not take this. Next, stages of startups and sources of funding. तो there are 4 stages जिसमें startups होते हैं. Ideation stage, जब आप एक idea लेकर आते हैं, उसमें आपको क्या-क्या funds मिल सकते हैं is basically bootstrapping. So bootstrapping, अगर आप कोई भी external funding very initial stage पर raise करते हैं, that can be 2 lakh, 10 lakh, till 50 lakh of rupees. That's basically bootstrapping, pre-seed funding. Bootstrapping is basically when you invest your own money. Like many of the startups start their business with their own saving. That is bootstrapping. That is your self-financing your project. The benefit of doing a bootstrapping is you do not have any pressure. You do not have to dilute your equity. But the disadvantage is you are the only person who is using your own expertise. You can onboard mentors along with you, but you do not have any investor expertise with you. Friends and family is basically a sort of crowdfunding and bootstrapping funding also. जब आप पैसा इकट्ठा करते हैं लोगों से and then you make an investment. Business plan and pitching events, you raise funds. So I'll tell one example here. There is one company, Green Soul. What they did, they have won a cash prize from various events. At an initial stage, there was around 20 lakh of rupees what they have raised through this pitching events. And they have started their business with the amount of this 20 lakh rupees. So this is how this fund can be raised. Validation is basically जब आप अपने आइडिया को वैलिडेट कर लेते हैं और इस स्टेज पर आपको एंजल इन्वेस्टर्स आते हैं, इंडिविजुअल इन्वेस्टर्स. Like for example, I can also be the angel investor. If I have a money, I have a good wealth, I want to make an investment in any of the startup, I can make at an individual level. So angel is basically the angel for the startups. That's from this term came. And these are the individual investors. They invest on equity dilution. Next is crowdfunding. So like there are people who are investing in your company. There are companies where there are so many investors. And online, this happens through an online platform. I'll give one example here. Impact Guru is one of the crowdfunding platform where you can just drop your pitch deck and the fund is raised there. You'll just quote what equity you wish to dilute, how much fund you want to raise, and through that the crowdfunding can be raised. Early traction is when you have started making money out of your product. That is basically early traction. And here's the VC funding comes. VC funding is a venture capital funding. And many a times it happens that venture capital funding happens over 50 lakh rupees, and that can reach to, it have series, so that can reach to 50 CR, 5 CR to 50 CR as well in series funding. Venture capital funding क्यों require है और ये early traction पे ही क्यों हमको लेना चाहिए? Because इसमें equity dilution हो जाता है आपका और आपकी कंपनी की वैल्यूएशन, क्योंकि आप प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट करने लगे हैं और आप ऑलरेडी प्रोडक्ट को बेचने लगे हैं मार्केट में, तो आपकी कंपनी का वैल्यूएशन बढ़ जाता है. तो जब आपका कंपनी का वैल्यूएशन बढ़ जाता है तो 1% इक्विटी ऑल्सो बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू. So here VC funding comes and VC funding is basically ये pool of investors होता है. Investors pool बनाते हैं, एक कंपनी होती है, उस pool से वो उठा के पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. So that is basically VC funding. हमने जो 1400 CR का फंड क्रिएट किया है इनोवेशन हब में, that is through this VC funding intent only and what we are making an investment through that only. Next is banks and non-financial companies. So they are basically providing loans on interest. Then venture debt fund is also the private such BC funds also provide debt funds and they can be into convertible debentures also. Convertible debentures ऐसे होते हैं कि अभी मैं आपको interest पे loan दे रहा हूँ और future में ये convert हो जाएगा आपका equity financing में. So I just have one random question. Have you all have seen Shark Tank? Shark Tank देखा है आप लोगों ने? Yes. So I think Shark Tank is something which is clearing lot of things about investment. Investment of grant में एक सबसे बड़ा difference है. Grant सिर्फ startups को मिलता है अगर वो startup grant है. There are UP government grants which sir already told. If we'll go to central government, there are so many central government grant. तो आपको इनिशियल स्टेज पर अगर आप कंबाइन करेंगे 50 लाख तक का तो ग्रांट आप अवेल कर सकते हैं अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट बहुत इनोवेटिव है, इफ इट इज अ इनोवेटिव एंड अ पोटेंशियल प्रोडक्ट. एंड देन फॉर द स्केलिंग ऑफ योर प्रोडक्ट टिल 50 लाख, आई बिलीव 50 लाख इज अ हैंडसम मनी टू जस्ट स्टार्ट और हैव अ प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट. एंड आफ्टर 50 लाख of this grants, if you're availing, you can go for the funding of your startups and you can reach to these investors. दूसरा क्योंकि इसमें equity dilution है तो valuation भी कंपनी का बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है. So this is all about this. Why grants? Since grants और इसका हम इसलिए बात कर रहे हैं investment के लिए, because this was told कि MSME people are also there. अगर आप फंडिंग रेस करना चाहते हैं ये बिल्कुल ज़रूरी नहीं है कि उसके लिए आप स्टार्टअप हो. आपको ग्रांट चाहिए तो स्टार्टअप होना ज़रूरी है. फंडिंग रेस करने के लिए स्टार्टअप होना ज़रूरी नहीं है. फंडिंग रेस करने के लिए कोई भी बिजनेस फंडिंग रेस कर सकता है क्योंकि एक इन्वेस्टर सिर्फ रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट देखता है. दे डोंट गो इनटू द निटिग्रिटी वेदर इट इज इनोवेटिव प्रोडक्ट, इट इज मेकिंग मनी, इट इज अ गुड बिजनेस, दे आर रेडी टू इन्वेस्ट इन योर कंपनी. So that's a huge difference between grant and funding. So this is basically for the investors that at what particular stage they are making how much money. I'm done. So at what particular stage they are making how much money. So the HNIs, since this session is not just for the people or just for the student or for the startups, the people who are having money and want to make an investment because this is something which is making lot of money, can be high network individuals also, can be HNIs also, and they can also make an individual investment and can make money out of it. ये आपको growth जो chart दिख रहा है, this is basically about how much revenue you can make out of this money whatever you are investing. These are some stages, so I have already told. ये मैंने प्रीवियसली आपको बता दिया है कि क्या देखते हैं एक इन्वेस्टमेंट में. और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ इन्वेस्टमेंट टीम पर होता है, इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रोडक्ट पे होता है. सो दीज आर टू वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट thing on which investment happens. So whenever you go for investment, please focus what your team is all about and what product is all about. So that is the real important part because we are dealing with it. So we understand what is the problem faced by the investor and with the startups. And in case of any query, we can have offline discussion also, or you can write us at Innovation Hub. Here are contact details. You can reach out to us. We are based out of Lucknow and we are established at Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University. Our website is www.ihub.up.in and we can be connected anytime. Our objective is to foster the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship across Uttar Pradesh. Anyone having any idea can reach out to us anytime. So we all are there to help and government is taking lot of initiative. This is a golden era. Please grab best out of it. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Vandana ji. बहुत ही informative session था और तहे दिल से मैं iHub का शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूँगी और हमारे कुछ हमारी टीम मेंबर्स हैं जो आपको ये मोमेंटोज देना चाहेंगे. Please can I have the planters and the mementos to be given to our esteemed speakers. तालियां हो जाएं please. Again, thank you so very much for sharing such insights. It is indeed very supportive for the startups.
So our Principal Secretary to Technical Education, Mr. M. Devraj sir is here. And I just want to, like sir already mentioned about this, that we are getting a lot of support from government. And sir is supporting us along with our 𝐒𝐬𝐞𝐢 team tremendously. And that's why we are able to make this impact and bring a lot of opportunity for the startups. So thank you so much, sir, from here.
तालियां हो जाएं, जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं. Thank you so very much to Innovation Hub UP and please बने रहिएगा. Like I said in the beginning of the session, we have a consecutive